Well, good morning. This is Rob from Gardens Fresh Homestead, eating fresh to your plate. And on the 22nd of December, we're down here at our cutting table, and it's time to do some potting. I got these the other day. We have got a miniature royal crimson cherry. We've got a nectarine southern downer, and a, what's this one over here? This is a tropical nectarine called Sunny Bell, and we're going to plant all four of these today. But before I get going, I would really like to thank all my new subscribers and people that comment on my channel. That really makes me happy, and I appreciate everyone that comes along. So if you can give that video a huge big thumbs up, that would really help my channel out to grow. If you can put some words in the comments, I'll try to respond as I'm doing my video. This is my first time doing it live. So I've got my strong double shot of coffee here. That's what I need. That's very good. Okay, so before we get going, we really need a good soil product, and we've got Rocky Point Cocoa Pro Professional Potting Mix. It's a 30-litre bag, and it comes in, you can buy them individually. I always buy them in group settings, so a pack of 4 for, I think it's $44, and that's really good value. Same with the sugarcane mulch. I usually buy 4 of these at a time. They've actually gone up $5 for 4 for $60. So I always get, try and save money where I can. Now this little good product here is, what is it? Soil blend, and this guy actually made his own blend because he was in more rocky soil, clay soil, and so he was finding hard to really get his plants to grow. And this is one of these plants here, or flowers and whatnot. So we're going to be using that today. So let's take this down like so. We need some room here. Okay. Now we've got a 90-litre potting here, and as you can see, there's heaps of holes for drainage, especially with these types of plants, because the crimson cherry tree does not like really wet soil, so you really have to get it all drained out. So I think these spaced out about 6 inches or so around all the sides, and 4 down there. I don't think you need any more holes, so it's going to be perfect. So I find this to be really good. So my food forest is just going gangbusters at the moment. We've got half a dozen mulberries, blueberries, lychees, we've got nectarines, we've got mandarins, we've got apple trees, we've got, oh my God, we've got grapes, we've got peaches, we've got several odd pineapple. It's just going gangbusters for me. And when you spend so much money on the food crisis in Australia, it really hits home, how much food is costing in the shops now. Basically, for cherries, it's $15 a kilo. I'm not going to put that in pounds because I haven't worked that out, but that's a lot of money. So all these trees here, or miniature trees, they're $60 a piece. Plus the pot, that's $35, plus the soil. So you're looking at about $100, $110, $115 basically a tree, a setup to get going, and you probably have to wait the following year to establish any sort of harvest. Now, I do notice with all these sorts of rootstock trees, they always seem to bear fruit when they have them in the shop. So you might get a handful, maybe one or two, but I noticed that the following year is about a year. So that's what we're noticing. Also too, always pick a good variety in your area. Don't buy a fruit tree that's from down south in very wetter climate, or it's very cold. Up in sunny Queensland, we have very warm conditions, tropical conditions, very humid conditions. So those sorts of plants will not survive up here in sunny Queensland or in your area. So always check the tag. It's very important that you check the tag. It'll tell you what zone that you'll be in. And that's all I can really say. This year's been a really good harvest. Probably have to wait for next year for a lot of my mandarins and apple trees and all that. So it's really going to be good. So we're on this journey of just learning and growing and just being self-sufficient in the garden or on the homestead. If you haven't joined already, please hit that subscribe button and give me a really big thumbs up on the video. That would really help my channel allow a lot to grow. It would be really much appreciated. Without your support, this channel can't go anywhere, and I really appreciate people's time and support just to write a comment in the comment section. If you feel that I haven't said the right words, or I didn't grow the right way, or maybe you do a better way, let me know in the comments down below. It'd be really much appreciated, because it's all about learning. Okay, so without further ado, without any more harping on, we are going to start planting all these fruit trees. Now, where are we here? Is that the right? Yeah, this is the right one. Now, this is a beautiful, gorgeous, straight, miniature Royal Crimson cherry tree. Perfect. Basically, you need 2 for self-pollination. And so I thought, I've already got bees, but, you know, just to be self-sure, let's get 2. They only had 2 in stock, so awesome. So without further ado, we need 3 bags per pot because it's 90 litres, it's 30 litres a bag. Okay, now it's probably about here, the second bag of potting mix is about right here, so it's about more than 2/3 up. Now we're going to squish the plant out like so. And just look at that absolutely gorgeous root system there. And I'm going to put that down, and we're just going to measure my plant here. Now, another thing with rootstock, it's only for pots. So if you bury the down to here, up to here, then it won't be a miniature rootstock anymore. It will grow back to a normal size fruit tree, and you don't want that. So just bear in mind that, because people go, oh, I've got a miniature tree and it's growing more than what it should. So just digging around the base here, like so. And I just want to be happy with how it sits. Could probably come up a little bit there. Yeah. Okay. Could be a little bit higher. There. You probably want about X amount of inches from the top, and you have to put a really good layer of mulch on top. Okay. Go around like so. Awesome. Now that's one done. It's probably a good inch, inch and a half there. That's what I want. I'm having myself another cup of coffee here. Oh, God, that's strong. That's what I really need at the moment. So here's my bag of the soil balance. And I really don't do this, but I'm going to do it for the sake of the video, but always have gloves on. Now, it recommends 100 grams approximately, or a good handful. Well, my hands are super big, so just measure out accordingly, or size of your hand really. And another thing with all your fruit trees, keep it away from the base of the rootstock. So just on the outside like so, because you don't want to burn your plant straight off the bat. So if you just keep it away like that, and keep it on the outside, that is awesome. I reckon probably a good 4 inches away from the rootstock, and that would be ideal. Okay, so now we've got our sugarcane mulch here from Rocky Point, and you're really going to give it a good layer, a really good thick layer here. Don't be shy, because in sunny Queensland we have really high humidity. We're in the middle of another heat wave at the moment, so plants need moisture. And we're going away for a number of days, so giving them a really good drink out in the hot sun here. There's no clouds at all. We're expecting sunny days for weeks to come, so we've had heaps of rain, now it's heaps of sunshine. That's how it is in sunny Queensland. Always sunny, rainy the next. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is one gorgeous looking crimson cherry tree, and perfectly scented. And I really do like how all these trees come, they're nice and straight, nice and vertical. So we're just going to take this down off the stand there, just put it down like so. That was really heavy. Have myself another coffee. Really much appreciated. You hit that thumbs up. Again, really helps my channel allow it to grow. Here we are. The second one over here. Now these grow apparently to 1.5 high, 1.5 wide. So this is a perfect miniature royale cherry tree here. You know, you want something manageable. All my fruit trees are probably about 2 meters or maybe 2.5. That's where you want it on the homestead. You know, you don't where you need a ladder, a boom lift, a cherry picker to get your great harvest. And that's what it's all about, is picking the right variety for your area. You know, this type of cherry is only good for 100, 150 chill days. And in Queensland, we don't really get cold weather. We only get them in the low teens. So, and that's degrees, you know, not in Fahrenheit. So that's going to change what you're looking at. So, another bag. There we go. Beautiful. Now the soil I'm putting in is Cocoa Pro. It has a lot of nutrients for up to 14 months. So that's why I choose Cocoa Pro from Rocky Point. Now with that one, I just put it at the top. I'm just going to do a little light sprinkle in the middle here of each layer. And I just want to see the difference if the plant likes in between layers of fertilizer or just on top. Don't you hate it when the bag doesn't open when it wants to? Oh my God. Okay, here we go. So again, it's up to about here. I'd say that I'll call that 6 inches right there. Yeah, probably 6 inches away from the top. And I might just do another little handful, just a sprinkle, because my hands are way too big. So just like that. And we're going to, look at that. Now that's a better root system right there. Absolutely gorgeous. You know, it's not root bound. So yeah, it could come down a little bit, not much. Okay, that's sitting nice and perfectly there. Okay. Whoa. Okay, that's nice and straight. Alright, that's looking absolutely beautiful. Try and put it in the center if you can. Okay, got those top roots up. Okay, and another layer. Now you can get this at your local nursery. That's where I go to get some of my plants. Most of the times I go to Bunnings, our big green box store here in Australia. But I like to support small nurseries and local producers as well. You know, Bunnings has got too much of a share market here in Australia, but also find that Bunnings only has select range of just oranges, limes, and other fruit trees as well. That's about it. My local nursery has been slowly bringing these in when they come in stock, and with my mandarins, I took all of them because you know, they had 5. I took 3. That's how I roll, because you never know when the next order is going to come in. Okay, again, a nice big handful. You know, you really want a good 3 to 4 inches on top, and then we're going to water these really good, because these are going to be staying outside in the sun. I probably left about an inch and a half away from the rootstock there. You know, you don't want to cover the rootstock up. Okay, that is done. Beautiful. I'm liking that so far. This is gorgeous. Now, there's a lot of weight in this. This is the only way I could really show you without on the table, because it'd be way too tall. But it's just a good size pot, 90 litres. It just works out well with the bags as well. So, I'll bring this down. Oh my God, that was heavy. All right, time for another drink. Double shot with coffee. That's what I need and require. Very nice indeed. Okay. We're probably going to do the Nectarine Low Chill Sundower. So here we have a nice rootstock here. Could be a little bit more straighter. There's some nice laterals here. You know, laterals are your friend. So you can see here, this was probably last year's cut right here, and then it'll go up, and you want them to be, you know, about 60, 70 degrees there. So there's some heaps of buds on here, so perfect. We should be seeing some action next year. That's what you really want. Okay, let's move that out of the way for a second. Oh, hello, Southside Backyard Gardening. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed the program. If you can give that video a really big thumbs up, it would really help my channel out a lot to grow. We really like to talk to other gardeners and also interview other gardeners, what they're growing in the backyard or in the homestead. So if you're interested in that, write down the comments down below right after the video. That'd be really awesome. Okay, here we go. If you've just been tuning in, I've just been using the Rocky Point Premium Cocoa Mix. There's enough fertilizer and nutrients, lasts for up to 14 months, absolutely perfect. You know, I get these at Capella Produce. I think it's 4 for 44. They always do some really good deals, and I just help those guys out a lot because I've been going there for a number of years and they've been looking after me. Okay, so it's probably about to here. We'll do another one. I might just do a little handful here, not much. You know, my hand's really big, so a handful might be 2 hands for you. Okay. Again, it's about here, about 6 inches deep. So I'm just going to have a look at this tag again. It's really important to keep the tags so you know what you're doing. Plant in an open sunny site for free draining soil. Dig a planting hole twice the size, obviously, 10 to 20 centimeters deeper than the root ball. Cover roots, firm soil, and water well, obviously. We're not going to worry about fertilizing, spraying, or pruning. Doesn't need it at the moment, so we'll just keep that as be. I will be doing a video on pruning fruit tree to an open center. Same with the cherry trees, you kind of want an open center to let the light in, let the moisture as well. These don't like wet soil, they get root rot, so especially their leaves as well. So just going to squeeze that, and we're just going to, I mean, that's just nice. Look at that. I mean, not a lot of swelling there of the roots. That's just nice and perfect. And that's just going to sit nice and perfect. You know, again, this is why I like these 90-litre pots. They're the perfect size. The bags come in 30 litres, and it just works out well. And that's just basically sitting about an inch, inch and a half down. So maybe a little bit down. And again, you don't want your rootstock further down because it'll start growing as a normal tree, and you don't want that. Okay, so just trying to get that as nice and straight as I possibly can. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. That's nice and level there. Back to our Earth Life fertilizer. It's all purpose. Basically, it requires for cactus or veggies, fruit blend, native blend, flowers, lawn, 100 grams per handful. Well, my hands are big, so my hands could be 2 times just for your 1 handful. And you want to keep it away about 4 inches. You don't want to near the rootstock. You don't want to burn your roots right off the bat. You know, these are $60 plants, so you know it's very expensive on the homestead or in the garden. Again, I keep saying it. Gardening is not cheap, but growing is for free. And we've got a food crisis, living crisis here in Australia, and these cherries are going for $15 a kilo. For crying out loud, you know, we just had a crisis in South Australia. Some fungus with the tomatoes. I thought prices would be off the scales, but they haven't. They've been pretty steady at the moment. So this is why I do it. This is why I've spent probably a good $1,000 on all my fruit trees because I really love fresh fruit and veg. You try and find a nice apple or a plum or grape, you bite into it and the things are still on the ripe. For the people who've just joined, if you can really hit that video and give that thumbs up and give it a comment in the comment section, that'd be really awesome. I'll respond to your comments. For tomorrow, I've got a new program that I like to do, and which is read out articles, whether it's farming, agriculture, gardening, or whatnot. And I just like to read articles and give my take on what the article has to say. Basically, an analyst video. So if you want to tune in tomorrow at the same time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. At the start of the video, I had an avatar screenshot. That is from Gundawindi. They're harvesting wheat out there, and right place, right time, and the lightning strike was right behind near the harvester. Perfect. So we're going to come back right here now, and you want to keep, your garden mulch, not garden mulch, sugarcane mulch, Rocky Point again. We get these 4 for $60 at my local nursery. I just find that this is a really good product compared to what Bunnings has. This is 24 cubic meters, and I just use this everywhere to try and kill down the weeds, but also for your moisture, to keep the soil nice and moist. And again, a really big handful. Don't be shy about it. Again, $60 plant, $35 pot. $44 for 4 bags. It's basically over $100 here. So you want to look after your plant. Absolutely awesome. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. Now for the hard part. Lucky I'm strong, but usually I do this on the ground for when I'm just not doing any videos, and I don't have to make any videos, but for the purpose of showing my viewers in this living crisis and whatnot, that's perfect. Where are we? Lucky but not least, we have the tropical Sunny Bell Nectarine. Now, probably about 3 months ago or 4 months ago, I had one of these, and I was kicking myself because they had 2 or 3 at the nursery where I go. And I thought, I'll just buy one, don't be greedy. And it bloomed. It had half a dozen nectarines on there, and Mr. Possum decided one particular night to bite into one. So I had to pick them underripe, but they were still nice. So now I've got my opportunity to get another nectarine. So this is perfect. And again, always pick the variety that you want that's growing in your area, your zone. Again, in sunny Queensland, we have really warm weather, tropical weather, humid weather. So this is really perfect. So always check the tag below. I mean, this goes from middle of Queensland, Rockhampton, all the way down to Tasmania, Western Australia, nothing for the Northern Territory, a little bit in South Australia. But it's really good to just check the tags and read them. And maybe they just don't grow that sort of variety in your area. So don't be buying a plant that's, in a colder climate and you bring it up to a warmer climate. It's just not going to work. And it's really good that they're mixing hybrids and with their transplanting to make new varieties out here. That's what it's all about for me, and I just enjoy eating fresh fruit right off the tree. And once you've experienced that, nothing will compare. Just like the pineapples that I picked the other month, just absolutely unbelievable. Let's see, 3 are in the house at the moment. If you can give that video a big thumbs up, that would really help my channel out to grow. Be much appreciated. So I'm at a point now with my courtyard, my spa area, that I'm pretty much nearly maxed out on putting any more fruit trees in there. I've got like 6 dwarf mulberry trees. I've got a blueberry in there. I've got 1 fig. I've got, I believe it's another nectarine or peach tree. It's been blooming for the last 2 years, nothing at the moment. So hopefully next year we're going to see some fruit on it next year. It'd be really awesome. You know, I think I've got an apple tree in there that needs to be pruned, and we're going to make a center cup for it towards the end of autumn there. So our summer doesn't finish until February, but it continues on here in the Great Southeast. I reckon for another, at least another month afterwards, a month and a half, and then it just plummets after that. So we have really long summers here, very short winters in Queensland. So again, very important that you pick the right variety. Just for the sake of the argument, going to put it in there. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Just going to sprinkle it around on the outside there. Okay. Here's our gorgeous Sundower nectarine. Absolutely beautiful. You know, a lot of foliage here, bilaterals. So, well, this is too flat. You know, these are really nice. So we'll prune these towards the end of summer, going into autumn. Yeah. So again, you really want to look for a nice healthy tree right off the bat, and my local nursery gets them in, and they're just absolutely marvellous. Another thing too, we've got a plague of grasshoppers out here at the moment, so be very wary. You have to spray them or put some sort of netting over them. So we're just going to squeeze right like so. Try and get it out. A little bit root bound here, as you can see. But all in all, that's not too bad. There you go. Side. A little bit out around the edges there. Yep. Try and get it in the centre. Looks nice and even. And my OCD, you know, trying to get things nice and square, nice and level. So that's nice and perfect for me. Okay. Hello and welcome to the channel. If you're just joining us, hope you enjoy the program. Just been potting some miniature cherry trees. They're low chill, called Crimson. They're in between a Royal Lee and another variety I can't think of straight from the top of my head. And about 100, 150 days in, for my sort of climate. Where's the spike of it starting to roll? Not the perfect seed I've got. Okay, and this is called, once again, Rocky Point Premium Potting Mix. There's enough nutrients and for 14 months. And that's why I picked this blend. Perfect, absolutely perfect for what I need. Without making it fall over, that's the tricky part. Oh, something everywhere, as always. Oh. Try as professional as I possibly can here. Hopefully it's just a fraction deep. I didn't get quite what I wanted there. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous. Now I find when you go to Bunnings, a big box store in Australia, maybe that is your Home Depot in America, but sometimes you have to go to your local nursery or to a private outlet to get other fruit trees and whatnot, because sometimes your big box store doesn't only get what they want to bring you, and that's the problem here, is they only want to serve you what they believe that you want. Now this grows to 3 meters wide and 3 meters tall. Probably end up pruning it a little bit back when it gets that high. I'm only 6'3", but you don't want ladders and boom lifts and cherry pickers to get your great harvest. That's why it's always good on the homestead for dwarf trees or miniature trees that are easy to pick, easy to grow, very little maintenance, and that's why I pick certain varieties from different growers that have been doing this in the field for a very long time. Nice big handful. Well, your hands are probably smaller than mine, so my big hands are probably two to your hands. And yeah, absolutely beautiful. Maybe a fraction more. Because it's Christmas. There we go. Let's see. Nice big handful again. Now, for the people who are just joining the channel right now, if you can give that video a really big thumbs up, they're really much appreciated. Write a comment down below if you're enjoying the video. I will respond to you, and I really look forward to people's thoughts and comments. Maybe you've got trees like this and do it a certain different way. We'd really like to hear your thoughts on how you grow cherry trees and nectarines. I'm not saying that my way is the only way. We'd really like to hear people's methods and how to go about it. This is a 90-litre container. The bags I was getting, they're 30 litres, so it just works out perfectly well. Absolutely nice. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got 4 beautiful miniature or small size fruit trees ready for the following season. And we're going to go through the steps of pruning and trying to maintain these expensive trees, because they're at least $100, $110, $115 a piece by the time you buy the tree. They're $60. The pot was $35, I think it was. Well, usually it was $40 in the soil, the bags. So what, 4 for 44 at 30 litres. So it was a quite expensive build. So I do not want these to die at all. And we've got so many now. We've got, I think, 3 nectarines, 2 oranges, I believe. We've got we've got 3 apple trees, 6 blueberries, mulberries. So, it's starting to add up in this food forest. And not only the food forest, I call it, because we want to sell up here and get away from it all and, start our own homestead. And, it takes a good number of years for these trees to really to develop. So maybe next year you may get some stone fruit on it. Next year, maybe a handful at best. The nectarine tree in the courtyard inspired area, we had half a dozen on there, and I brought that mid last year, and I was kicking myself. That was the most nicest nectarines we've had in a very long time. So I'm going to bring this down here, and we're going to water them. There we go. That's what you're watching at the moment. There's a luster or something. Good to see that you're in the chat. Really much appreciated. Bayside Backyard Gardening. Hope you've subscribed to the channel. We really much appreciate it. We really like other people's thoughts, gardening thoughts. I'd really like to interview other people as well on gardening and homesteading. That's what I'm really all about. So tomorrow I'll be doing another live stream where I read out articles on the home front, which is gardening or homesteading, agriculture, tractors, and just give my thoughts. It's a really interesting topic. I will drop the link in the description at the end of the article. So if the article hits home and you want to talk about the article at hand, click on that link and come up, and we can have a talk on the homestead. It'd be really much appreciated. So without further ado, I'm just going to clean up here for a second, bring that camera forward, and we're going to start hosing. Let's see. Just have a look. That's the problem when you're a one-man band show here. I don't have all the fancy equipment, multiple cameras and all that. Would really like to. It's an expensive setup. I'm just using my phone here and just basic internet, just to show you doing it live. So just to show you as well. Here we go. I've got more grapes. There we got white muscat right here, and this one is a black muscat there. Now this is my second year growing these. Still having issues. I think the heat is just knocking them out. The humidity is just killing them. But it's just live and learn. They're more really for climates further out west, like the Granite Belt. That's where we're going in the next couple of days. So yeah, Alright, so we're going to start hosing, and we're going to really give them a good drink. I'll be doing that every day before we go away for 3 or 4 days. And if you haven't seen the video, you have to go back where I show you. There's probably a good 10 holes at the bottom of the pot. That's what you need, well drained. So let's get this show on the road. Just going to wait for the water to get cold because the hose was sitting in the sun there. Yep, okay. So there's people who just join and hit that thumbs button on the way in. It'd be really much appreciated, and hit that subscribe button. Be really much appreciated. You know, on this homestead, we just like to go through the process of growing your own fruit and veg from seed to harvest. So at the moment we are doing corn at the moment. It's all hit and miss. This corn stalk right here, you can't see it. It's got like 5 bushels on it. Absolutely first for me. I would really like to hear what you're growing in the homestead. So if you want to write down in the comments down below what you're growing on the homestead, fruit and veg. We'd really like to hear your thoughts. But I'm just doing this because we've got a food crisis here in Australia. You know, getting cherries right here, they're $15 a kilo for crying out loud. Just harvested my watermelon and rock melons. The watermelons were going for $10 each. Just unbelievable times here in Australia. Really give these trees a really good watering. I'll be doing this every day for the next couple of days before we go away. You should be doing this every 2 to 3 days at first, especially in big black pots, because the soil will dry out. And don't forget, as I've shown you, heaps and heaps of sugarcane mulch. Don't be shy. There's a really good pick here. I found good root stock, great development, and you're always going to get trees like this at your local nursery, or sometimes at your big box store called Bunnings. Our other nectarine tree, as I said before, early on the year I got one and it budded very quickly, and before I knew it I had like half a dozen nectarines on there. So hopefully we should see, I see a lot of buds on here. So I'm hoping next year we're going to have a really good harvest. You know, these main branches, they look really nice. This one will have to be pruned. It's too flat. It won't support the weight. It is really warm and muggy out here. Let me reassure you of that. Here in Queensland, sunny all day, rainy the next. And we're not going to get any rain, I think, for another week or so. Then we're back to more rain again. Again, for the people who have just joined, really make sure that you pick a good variety in your local area, your zone. It's really important. I'm in a subtropical area, so we get warmer weather, high humidity, so we really need fruit trees, stone fruit trees that are more prone to the warmer weather. So don't be buying a stone fruit tree or whatnot that's growing in some regions and you bring it up, because it will not survive. It's not growing through your area. It's a buzzy bee, he needs some water. Again, now I wasn't joking about giving them a good drink. And these plants are $100 each. If you pot the soil the tree, it's time to get a bit more serious on the homestead, on the home front, in the garden. Again, gardening is not cheap, but growing is for free. It's probably a good $1,000, in pots and trees and soil. Because when we have these cold winters, when the shelves run bare, it's people like us that are going to have fruit on the shelves at home. Well, I think that's enough watering for one day. Might give this Gabor orange tree a bit of a drink right here. I really hope that you've learnt a lot, especially how to plant them and getting the right bags with the right size pot that you're buying. I mean, that worked out perfectly. You know, 9 litre pot, and these are 30 litre bags. It just worked out absolutely beautiful. It wasn't short, or I didn't have extra over. Just dead on, and that's what you should be also looking for. Make sure you get the right potting mix as well. That will last you 14 months, so you don't have to worry about your fertiliser running out. I mean, some bags maybe 3-4 months, or 6 or 9 months, so you're getting really good value there. So that's why I picked Rocky Point. Always have and always will. I always get good results out of using the potting mix in the soil. Always the sugarcane mulch. My local nursery always has a deal on, you know, buy 2 or buy 4, and you bag and save. So I always do that. So again, always make sure that you have the right plant for your area. So I'm in a tropical area, and always buy the right tree for your zone, because you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars and the plant dies because you was grown in a different region and you brought it into a warmer or colder climate where it's not useful, where it wasn't bred for. And that's what I am trying to do on the homestead. When we go to our homestead, is to have all the trees ready to go. You've had enough drink. Just giving the lights tree a bit of a drink now. But yeah, it's just having everything set up, ready to go. Everything's growing, and you don't have to wait years for one measly harvest. Yeah. For people that are watching, if you can give that video a really big thumbs up, we really much appreciate it in the comments down below if you'd like to comment. So I'm going to pretty much shut this down right here. But my food forest is just going gangbusters. It's just going awesome at the moment. So hopefully next year there's going to be a lot of videos on harvesting and pruning. I would really like for my grapes to kick on, but again, with all this high humidity, we're just losing it really. I've got a pineapple over here that's got 6 pineapples in one, so it's going to be a really good harvest come February, March, and everything's just going great. I've had to get a new mandarin tree, so I've got 3 of them. I think they're 2 meters. They're an imperial, but you know, get something that's nice and small. That's what I'm trying to get at here, because you don't want to have to get a ladder, a boom lift, a cherry picker to get all your harvest, because all the fruit's going to be at the top or in the mid-range. You know, it won't be at the bottom. So that's what I'm trying to get at here, is to get a good variety, good rootstock, and you will be laughing for years to come, and just look after that plant. So I'm going to shut it down here. If no one would like to comment and add a few words, we really much appreciate it. We've got 4 in the house at the moment. We'd really like to hear your thoughts. Maybe you have grown these type of fruit trees before, and maybe you do it a different way. We'd really like to hear about it in the comment section after the video, and I will respond. I'm not out here to sell anything, sell t-shirts. I'm not a grifter. Just, you know, from seed to harvest, and making it a lot easier to grow. So for tomorrow, I'm going to do an analyst video, and that's excuse me, and that's all farmland is being sold up and being brought from overseas investors. So stay tuned for that. 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, Pacific Time, and We'd really like to hear your thoughts and comments on that. I will drop the link in the description at the end of the article. And if it really hits home, if it really, really riles you up, really revs you up, what the government is lacking behind the wheel, then jump up on the panel and we're going to have a discussion. And I think this is a really good article. So I'm just going to leave it right there. It's been a good video. These fruit trees, hopefully next year, are going to come on nice and strong. I know that the nectarine tree will, because I've already got one of them over there. That was a huge success. So my bees are ready to rock and roll to pollinate all these. So until then, have a safe and Merry Christmas. Look after yourself. Either grow big or go to the shops. Thank you very much for watching at Gardens Fresh Homestead. Bye for now.